Hey peeps, ScouseMouse here with the final episode of Yakuza 0. It's me and Nishi going into the final showdown. This is the point of no return. Nope, nothing left. I'm ready to end it.
大丈夫だ。芝浦までやってくれ、錦。日教連は船をアジトにしてる。わかった。
Let's do this, Nishiki. Yeah, so off camera, I finished off the final little bit of the real estate and the final little bit of the cabaret club for Majima, because that unlocks their like final ultimate fighting style, which I will show you in a second. So it's the final showdown for Kiryu. It's also the final showdown for Majima. Are they finally gonna meet? This is probably my last day on Earth. Gotta make sure I go out with nothing left undone. I do have nothing left undone though, so it's fine. Nothing left on the bucket list? That's the end of the line if I go with no regrets. Screw it, let's do this. Time to put an end to all this. Hold tight, Makoto. Of course, Makoto is wounded and yeah, we're going in to seek vengeance for her. That's what she would have wanted. Well, it's what she asked for. We weren't going to do it originally, but now we want a bit of a revenge of our own. Oh. Remember these guys?
あんまり偉そうに街歩いてっとまたボコボコにしまぞ。
This was when he was at rock bottom and he just kind of like he just stood there and took it.
俺らに会ったらちゃんと頭下げてけよ。ま、とりあえず挨拶代わりに財布置いてけや、兄ちゃん。なんだよ、ブルっちまって声も出ねえか。
てめえ。ごめんなさい。すいません。すいません。
Jim is not happy.
チンピラ相手に何やってんだよ、真島ちゃん。お前に遊んでる暇なんかあったかよ。女は見つかったか。
遊んどるわけやない。俺にはこれから行かなあかんとこがあるんや。
へえ、どこ行くんだ。
堂島組や。
堂島組？おい、どういうことだ。女は堂島組にいるのか。
牧村誠は堂島組の殺し屋に撃たれた。
何？
島野の親父に言うとけや。殻の一坪はもう誰のもんでもない。闇に葬られたんや。
おい、どうなってんだ真島。はっきりしろ。女は死んでるか。
手離せや。俺はもう誰の命令も聞か
ん。お前、
あの子のことはもうほっといたれ。これ以上手出すんやったら島野の親父野郎が殺すで。俺は。
お前まさか堂島組に行くって。堂島をやる気か。たった一人で。女一人のために狂っちまったな、真島ちゃん。狂犬みてえな顔してるぜ。やっと檻から飛び出したな。
I love I love that moment. He's doing things his own way now. Tojo Clan, Dojima Family Office. Tokyo. So this is where Kiryu's headed. This is where Shibusawa is. It's like the kind of, he was the top lieutenant. Well, he was one of the lieutenants, and now he's got a promotion.
Oyashi, 世良の野郎はまだ船に戻ってません。どうします？
構わねえ。始めろ。
はい。
Remember, the only way he's going to be happy is if he basically like wipes out everything involved in this. He wipes out the whole Dojima family, us, Nishiki, Sera, everyone.
なんだありゃ。
桐生、奴ら堂島組だ。完全に日教連を皆殺しにする気だぜ。俺らだけでいけんのか？
やっと来たか。渋沢。渋沢！
Gotta get through these guys first.
おめえらの相手はこっちだ、桐生。
てめえら。
Sera and his boys were waiting for them. They're still massively outnumbered though. Yeah, because of course, we totally forgot. That's where they're hiding out Makoto, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, they're hiding out Makoto on the boat. Thought they were hiding her out.
こっちも始めようぜ、桐生。こいつら。
The ending to this game is just so good. This whole segment. Yes.
Kashiwagi-san!
Kashiwagi's here.
桐生、錦山、お前らは船だ、渋沢を追え。不当の連中は風間組が引き受けた。
Good man.
桐生、行こうぜ。
So yeah, I've said this, but it might be a longer episode than normal tonight. I don't know, because I honestly can't remember quite how long this last bit of the game is. But one, we're ending it tonight, and two, it's gonna be amazing. The ending to this, the ending to all Yakuza games is really good. Like, occasionally they do have a little dip in the middle and stuff. Some of the Yakuza games are, better than others in the middle, but they always end like super strongly. Always have an amazing ending. But yeah, so god damn it, I'm getting absolutely mauled here. I am using, good job I brought all these along, isn't it? I am using the Dragon of Dojima style, which is the one that you unlock when you complete the real estate, which is this bad boy. It's just, I mean, it's hard to describe really. It's like, it's basically a kind of, I guess it's kind of like, fan service for those that played all the other games first. Like, if you've kind of, oh Jesus, who's the guy with the gun? I need to finish him off. People with guns are brutal in this. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, so if you played the other games, like, Kiryu is known as the Dragon of Dojima, but basically for the rest of the series. I feel like at this point that's not too much of a spoiler. But yeah, so for the rest of the series, like 1 through to 6, he'll be known as the Dragon of Dojima, which is this kind of final style. I guess it's when he kind of, as Kusei said, he's become, he's proven himself to be an absolute beast now. He is a true Yakuza. And he is an absolute monster, isn't he? I mean, he just goes into crowds of 50 people and just comes out barely a scratch on him. But yeah, so that is kind of, if you'd have played 1 to 6 first and then kind of came back to this, then it's kind of like the reward for finishing the retails, the real estate thing, is like, the reward for finishing that whole minigame is like, oh yeah, we've unlocked the style, because that style is the style that you use in the other games. Oh, you gotta watch out for these guys on their shenanigans with their chairs. They hit pretty hard. Not as hard as Kiryu though. Yeah, so we're gonna have to fight through a lot of enemies. Oh jeez. Can I heal? Yeah, thank you. Sometimes if you're like, you can't pause it if you're kind of in the middle of being like, like if you're like stunned on the floor or whatever, you gotta wait till you get back up. It's all good. Yeah, and this time we've got Nishiki. I mean, he does, he's obviously he's no Dragon of Dojima, but he helps out. He chips in a bit. Yeah, you get obviously new cool heat moves like that with this new fighting style as well. Well, and I believe that kind of as you unlock stuff for this fighting style, I think it makes like all the other 3 fighting styles, it makes them really powerful, like stronger as well. Not improving my max health massively though. I've got to say, like you wait till you see Majima's max health. It's crazy compared to, it's almost double Kiryu's. Crazy. We'll have no troubles fighting as Majima, I think, hopefully. What up? I love that kind of like kicky. I don't even know what you'd call it. Oh, a little bit of health on the floor there. I will be. Oh god, there's a guy with a gun. Always take the guys out with the guns first. But yeah, it's all. Oh jeez. It's all gonna end very soon. How dare you? It's all gonna end very soon for everyone involved. Well, I mean, not you know. I mean, there's more games for Kiryu at least. I don't want to spoil it too much. Boom! Raking in the money off these fights. That was like 100 million for that little, for this little fight. Alright, we'll help Nishiki out. Looks like he's struggling. I'll tell you what, they've got their own little casino on this boat. Yeah, so I think Sarah's on board. I can't actually, like, I don't think, at this point, I don't think we know for sure whether he is or not, but this is kind of where Seta was hiding out with Makoto, so I think Seta's on board. Makoto's definitely on board because she's still kind of in a coma, maybe, or definitely like, you know, getting medical help.
そう、後ろからも来やがった。柏木さんは何やってんだ。桐生、俺がここで連中を食い止める。お前一人で先に行け。錦、心配すんな。俺は大丈夫だ。お前は誠を守ってやってくれ。急がねえと渋沢に殺されちまうぞ。だがいいから行け。あいつを止めねえと風間のおやさんにも死んだ橘にも顔向けできねえだろう。渋沢をぶちのめすのはやっぱりおめえの役目だよ。だから必ずあいつを止めろ。
All on us now.
分かった。俺が銃を撃ち始めたら先に走れ。いいか、俺が追いつくまでに渋沢と片付けとけよ。よし、行け。
Yeah, you see, we've got like a white glow around us now instead of, you know, the different styles are like pink, blue, and yellow, I think. Who's this? You know they mean business when there's only one of them on their own. But I'm gonna get you with a deck chair. Wall up. Oh. Check this bad boy out. That's a new one from the Dragon and DOJIMA moves. Love it. Oof. Yeah, I mean we're pretty strong now, as you can see. Like because of the you know, doing the real estate and getting loads of money and being able to put it into our stats. So in terms of like how much damage I do, we're pretty strong, but it doesn't massively help in terms of like a lot of the different upgrades you get. Like so obviously there's a little bit of increase in your max HP, but apart from that, there isn't really much in the way of like increasing your defense or whatever. So we're doing more damage, but you know, we're pretty much taking as much damage as you ever would. Take your time, Kiryu. No rush. There he is. Oh, and he's already got Makoto. Why hasn't he killed it? Shibusawa family. It's these guys, they're so annoying. They stand on the spot. You kind of got to like bait them. Ah! Yeah, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is kind of like bait them into attacking, and then you can get a few hits in while they're kind of recuperating. Otherwise, you end up with a barrel in the face. Whoa! Oh god. Yeah, oh, look at this. This is outrageous. There's guys at the end of this corridor with guns. So while I'm busy fighting these guys, I've got people at the other end of the corridor shooting at me. And surprise, surprise, bullets do quite a lot of damage to you. So yeah, I need to kind of take these out away from gunfire. What up, that head crusher, man. I would not fancy facing one of those. Right. Oh god, see, I'm gonna get shot, aren't I? Yes, I am. No, don't die on me, Kiryu. There we go. It's all good. It's all good. But you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go for them first. Ah! So we can take these guys out first. Ugh. Right. Just chug on another nice, tasty battle of... Get out! My god. Right. The good thing, I mean, it's like, I guess, the kind of... it's like with a lot of, you know, RPGs, where usually the guys who hit the hardest don't, you know, it's like when you get a really powerful mage, but they're really squishy, and they go down easy. It's the same with people with guns in this, because they hit really hard, they give them low health to kind of counteract it. It's only fair. You don't want to, you know, you can't have a guy who's like an absolute monster and he does insane amounts of damage. $115 million racked up in this little fight here. I mean, the thing is, upgrades now are so expensive. Like in the real estate business, I get like 600 million or something every time I collect from my shops. Might even be more than that. And that won't even pay for like one upgrade sometimes. It's pricey at the top end. Look at this. These are we've got 3 guys here, all with big fat health bars. Some of them with more than 1. But I've got a lot of deck chairs on my side. Do not mess with deck chair Kiryu. Oi! Gotta thin the numbers down, man. Fighting against 3 is a bit of a pain. Do you know what? Actually, I should use one of these. Oh, it's fine now. I was gonna say I should finally use one of these potions. I've picked up throughout the game a couple of these potions that top up your heat, and I never really use them usually because I just kind of, you know, my focus is always on topping up my health, and usually you kind of, unless you're getting hit too much, because when you get hurt your heat goes down. Usually you do pretty okay for heat just naturally without having to use any stuff like that, but at this stage, you get hit a fair bit, you lose your heat, and then you can't ever do any heat moves, and that's where, you know, that's where you do the big damage with your heat moves. So I might have to have a little chug on one of those. It's one of those things, isn't it, where you think, no, I'll just say, like RPGs, it's like, oh, I'll save it for the final boss, I'll save it, and then you finish the game and you've got it. You've got them all left over. Down, new beast. Right. Definitely. Actually, we can get one of these, and this increases the my heat as well as my health. Right. There we go. 1 down. Lost my heat. Lost all that heat from my lovely medicine. But at least we got one of them down. Boom. Come on. This guy's going down as well. Look at that. It's so cool. You can see over the balcony of the ship the kind of Kashiwagi. And, you know, all the flames and the cars. And there's still gunfire going on down there. Although, Kashiwagi letting me down by, you know, those guys who kind of made it past us. Was so good at like attacking us from behind. It was Kashiwagi's job to make sure that didn't happen. Oh, come on, man. I was trying to deck chair you. No. So close. I should just give it up, shouldn't I? Yep, just give it up. Just give up the deck chair. Now's not the time. Whoa. Man, what's going on? I feel like they must have had a new breath of life or something. Like, I can't even, I don't know what the phrase I'm thinking of is there. But like, you know, when there was 3 I was doing better when there was 3 of them than there was when there was 2 of them. Whoa. See them dodging skills, buddy. Take 1 in the face. And a total of 50 billion is one of the achievements in this. and it's just come up because I've hit 40 billion. Don't know if I'm gonna make it tonight. Come on. All gun wielders. Gotta take him out of action. Oh! Take him out of action ASAP. Boom. Oh, outrageous. I've got a feeling, I don't know, it might be in a different game. We'll see if you can chuck him overboard. No, you can't. I'm sure that in one of the other games, in like one of the heat actions you can do when someone's like near a balcony is to basically just throw them off the edge. Oh, hello. Might as well take his gun. Worn out handgun. Hey, ding ding. But a nice bit of health. Does that mean, is that a nice bit of health top up? Because it's like, you're about to fight the boss. You're gonna need this. Oh, I've lost my gun. At least for the purposes of the cutscene I have anyway. What's his game? But no, you'll not find out what's going on with Kiryu and Trooper-sama. Not yet. It's time to flick back over to Dojima.
ちまちま増えてきよってそんなんで俺は止まらへんぞ
こいつやべえぞいいからしまってる
いい加減にしとけよこのガキお前ら下っ端の首は数に入らんねさっさとどかんかいボケが
Here we go. Now, the new ability that you unlock from Dojima when you do all of his cabaret club is the Mad Dog of Shimano, and again that's kind of like a throwback to if you'd played the other games first. That's what Dojima's I keep calling him Dojima. That's what Majima's known as, the Mad Dog. Yeah, and he's crazy, and that's why I can't even remember what Sagawa said, you know, you've got the look of a mad dog in your eye or something. Yeah, this style is absolutely nuts. Look at the size of my health bar, by the way. But yeah, it's kind of like the super fast-paced ones that both characters have got, like the pink ones. It's got that kind of speed to it, but he's also got a knife, and it's pretty nuts the kind of damage you can do. And also, as always, new heat moves, because new heat moves, you know, different style, different weapons. Oh, so pathetic. Anyone else left? Anyone want some? How dare you! I think that's the first time I've taken a hit. Yeah, I can do my my spinny move just like with the break done someone. Yeah, I feel like Majima's final fighting style is better. I think it's better than Kiryu's. What the hell is that, buddy? That is not what you want to be doing when Majima's running around wielding a knife. Yeah, because I mean, again, it's something that you kind of. It's funny because there's arguments for. I'm a big believer that you should play 0 fair. You should play 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the other, I think there's two ways you could potentially play the series. You either play 1 to 6 and then you play 0, or you play just play them 0 to 7. Both of them, there's pros and cons to both, because this game is like full of references to the other games, and obviously you won't get that you know, there's a lot of things in this game that you won't necessarily, you won't kind of feel like you've missed out on it because you'll just be none the wiser. But if you had played 1 to 6 first, and then you do loads of the side missions in this are cheeky little references to the other games and stuff. And likewise, they've kind of, because they've added a lot of stuff. This was almost the last one to be made. I think the only one that came after this was 6, I think. And so, you know, by the time they made this, they kind of, like, by the time they made this, there was just a few things that they knew about the series by that point. So they knew that Majima was super popular amongst the fans, and that's why he got a much bigger role in this game. So in the other games, Majima's in most of the games, all of them actually. Sorry, but he has his role in the other games varies in size, but it's always significantly less than 0. So like in this, he gets 50% of the game basically. He does not get 50% of the game in any of the other ones. Outrageous! First inning gets shot. Yeah, so he gets a much smaller role in the other games, but despite that, and obviously those games came out first, but so that's for the people who were in the series from the beginning, that's all they ever knew. But despite the fact that Majima had quite a small role in the earlier series, he was still like a massive fan favorite. Like, he's more popular than Kiryu. Again, despite the fact he has a much smaller role. I guess he's a bit wilder, isn't he? He's certainly got a bit more personality. I love them both, but I like Kiryu more. But it's hard to deny that he's got a bit more personality than Kiryu. But yeah, so even from the kind of his smaller appearances in the other games, that was enough for fans to love him, and so I think that's why they kind of wanted to give him such a big part in this game. And you know, fans who got into it 1 to 6 and loved him must have absolutely loved seeing this, you know, when this came out, must have loved how massive a role he got in the game. We go, okay, I'm not using the elevator, I'm using the stairs like Final Fantasy 7. It really is. Oh, he's brought a sword to the party. I mean, to be fair, I've got like a dagger. Jeez. How good's this music, by the way? I love the whole soundtrack in this game is just so good. It's massive as well. There's proper millions of songs, especially across the whole series. You've got, you know, the soundtrack for all of the games is crazy. See, I feel like I'm doing a lot better with Majima. Have you seen, like, I've burst through a lot of enemies right now since we flipped back to him, and I don't think I've used a healing item once, and I used about 5 for Kiryu. He's just so fast with this style. He does a lot of damage and he's fast, and I guess he's also got a hell of a chunky health bar as well, so it's kind of like, I guess we have lost a fair bit of health, but I've still got tons left. But yeah, so yeah, Majima fan favorite, and so it's cool to see, like, it's kind of, they're the two different ways I think you could play the game, or play the series. You know, you either do 0 to 7, or you do 1 to 6, and then you come back for 7. Just come back for 0. And both are perfectly valid. There are those pros and cons to both ways of doing it. I actually feel like I feel like you should play 0 first. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I would recommend people play 0 first if they were going to get into it. 1, I think it's the best game in the series, and I just think it does a better job of kind of like of building the characters and stuff. And so I think if you play 0 first, you're more likely to kind of build that love of the characters, and then once you've built the love of the characters, that's what, you know, that's what's gonna largely make you love the other games, I think. I mean, not that the other games aren't good in their own right. Jesus! It's a shotgun! I have got a knife though. That maniacs, that's the thing, that's kind of what made me start talking about this. Is it's that you never, well, until the back end, you don't really get to see that maniac side of Majima so much in this one, in Zero. Because he is a maniac. But he's kind of, you know, he's had to kind of bottle it away because, you know, he was the manager of the Grand and blah blah blah, and he was, you know, he was down in Sotenbury, you know, playing by the rules and doing what he was told to try and kind of win his way back into the Yakuza, and now he's just like, screw it, I don't care anymore. You know, I'm protecting Makoto, and I don't even, nothing else matters. You know, so he's not playing by the rules anymore, and so now he's kind of like his kind of more maniac side is, or more manic side is, that's what he was like before he got, you know, locked away, tortured, and then kind of sent down here to, you know, to do what he was told to try and win favor back. You know, so this is his true self coming out, basically. He is genuinely a maniac.
Moto Shimanogumi, Majima Goro 18人殺しの冴島大河の兄弟分お前ら二人揃って随分と時代がかかってんな。
やっと見覚えのある顔や。
頭王座の阿波野ってもんだ。顔ぐらいは知ってたろ。
ああ、お前ほどの男が今は堂島組長の玉よけか。
お前の目的は女の復讐か。はっ、そのためだけにたった一人で堂島組をここまで攻め込んでくるとはな。賢く生きるつもりはさらさらねえらしい。
極道が小賢しく生きる方がよっぽどアホらしいよ。
今は世の中金が支配する時代だ。その時代が求める極道の姿ってのがあんだ。
See, this guy's got no code.
生き方の良し悪しじゃねえ。おめえが時代に合ってねえってだけのことだ。
本気で備え思うとるんやったら俺に言い訳する前にさっさとかかってきたらどないや。自分のくだらん生き方をにやけ面でごまかさんで済むで。
なるほど、そうかもしれねえな。おめえみてえな熱のある男にはついごまかそうって頭が働いちゃう。ゴルフに女に高い酒全部くだらねえたわごとだ。そいつを漁ってるうちに俺の背中に背負った墨をえらく色あせちまった。もともと俺は人を殴るのが好きでな。相手がムカついたから殴るんじゃねえ。殴るのが好きだから殴った。根っからの極道のくせにいつからかてめえの血流すのが億劫になってな。金まみれの小賢しい極道を演じるのが楽だって気づいちまった。もっとも楽に生きるのが楽しいとは限らねえがな。
せやったら最後にお楽しみができてよかったやないか。
Still got a bit of fight left in him then.
お前らは殻の一つぼっちゅうざれ言のために群れになって誠を引き裂いた。もう二度とあの子お前らのざれ言には付き合わせん。ここで俺が全部しまいにしたる。安心せえや。堂島組のお仲間も後からまとめてあの世に送ってるわ。
There we go. So Kuze's already been dealt with. Majima's about to deal with Awano. And Kiryu's on top of the boat with Shibasawa right now. The only one left in the... Look at this, he ain't got no chance! I mean, to be fair, yes, I brought a knife. That's not really that fair, but, you know. Tough luck. Yeah, so that's the only one left in the kind of, you know, the need of vengeance being brought down on them is Dojima himself, who's been very much kind of kept himself out of the limelight. I gotta say that I'm absolutely. Oh yes. Maybe Awano's not so weak. I am absolutely butchering him here. I don't know. It's like sometimes you just get, I don't know. Sometimes you just get the right fighting style for the right boss. This clearly works well against them. And yeah, I mean, I feel like this is such a good style, but obviously it's when you're. Sometimes it's a lot easier to fight a hard enemy one-on-one than it is to fight weak enemies, but 10 of them at once. But Awano is going down easy. That's what happens when you put the work in.
惜しかったな。こんな時代に踊らされてなかったらその拳でてっぺん取れたかもしれん。あんたにはそれだけのもんがあったはずや。
Wasted his life on the glamour. バカ正直に生きてきたわけやない。せやけどな、俺の周りにはバカに生きてバカに死んでった男たちがおった。そいつらのくだらん生き方が俺は男の最高の生き様やと気がついたんや。ラッキーなんだな。 He took a bullet for us, man. Maybe he has got a code after all. He's got some crazy Vega claws on him.
島野が始末したはずの男がこうまで俺に盾ついてくるとはな。マジバおかげで阿波野も使い物にならなくなっちまった。島野も消さなきゃならねえ。面倒ばかりだ。
堂島宗平、
そこにいる男は体力で一番金がかかる殺し屋だ。そいつに仕事を受けさせるルートと金がある限り、俺は誰だろうが好きにやれる。力ってのはこういうもんだ。
お前らだけはもう何があっても死んでもらわな収めらんのや。せやないとあの子は黒い闇から逃れられん。
ラオグエイ、油断するなよ。
I hate this guy. The
地
hitman.
獄の底まで引きずり込んでるわ堂島。
Sure, I remember this part. This being hard. There we go. Most expensive hitman in the world. Oh, sorry, in Asia. At least we both got weapons this time around. Whoa! Yeah, I think they do such a good job of, like, you know, pretty much all the game, I don't know about you, pretty much all the game, I've pretty much hated Wano. Like, I don't know about you, like, you know, he's come across as nasty, horrible, like, he's like, no honor, no not, like, and then somehow, like, they do it throughout the whole series. Somehow they manage to make you flip your opinion of someone in the blink of an eye. Like, I went from hating him to just in those 30 seconds to just thinking, oh, you know what? He's not so bad. Like, oh, where did that come from? Jesus! He's got bigger claws, he's got big swords, he's got a gun. Whoa! Oh yeah, I've got that though, boy. But yeah, so like in those dying seconds, I just, you know, I felt something for Wano. Because he did, you know, as he said, he just, you know, he admitted himself, he got caught up in this kind of, you know, the idea that it was easier to just take the easy life and just, you know, chill out, not have to do any of the fighting. And maybe it's not the path he should have taken. Jesus. But, you know, he went out with, I think I messed that up. He went out with honor, you know. He took a bullet for us. It reminds me of the kind of well, there's a couple of things. One, it reminds the scene of him literally just standing there and just taking bullets for us. Reminds me, it was almost exactly the same as and I don't think that's a coincidence, is almost exactly the same as the scene where you're escaping the prison, and I can't remember his name now. That crazy guy who worked for, he was like from a different family, and he was trying to get Makoto for the Nikyu consortium. Yeah, the guy in the red suit, and he turned up at the Grand Cabaret, and we had a big fight. He was nuts. That guy, you know, that scene of him just stood in front of the prison guard, just taking bullets to the chest, just to kind of, and just standing there and just taking it, so that we could get out of there. It reminds me, well, it's exactly like that. Oh. You're in trouble now, Dojima. Dojima doesn't strike me as the type who knows how to fight. I don't know how he's made his way to the top. I mean, he's the one who shot Makoto. He's the one who's in for the biggest lot of revenge.
こっちはもうすぐ済む。その次がお前や。わしが。
He's back. So he wasn't on the boat. He wasn't on the boat. Back to Kiryu. That hitman has got some pain incoming.
桐生一馬か。なるほど。風間の頭が見込んだわけだな。もっと早くお前の存在に気づくべきだったよ。ただの若造が。いつの間にか竜に化ける一歩手前だ。
そんな話はいい。女を離せ。お前が彼女を殺す気ならとっくに殺してたはずだ。
Yeah, I just remembered as well, he specifically told the
その子を
hitman
連れ
not
て
to
離
kill
れて
her.
ろ。もう用は済んだ。
You know, he said he told the hitman to not shoot to kill. So he definitely doesn't want her dead. But I don't know why.
Oh, 女を始末するのはお前を殺してからだ。
Oh, nice.
それで風間の息の根が完全に止まることになる。セラの野郎は後でじっくり料理すりゃいい。今俺がやらなきゃいけねえのはお前だ。風間の極道を継ぐお前をこの手で始末する。俺が欲しいのはあの風間慎太郎を超えたっていう看板だ。
何？
人間ってやつは金や権力を手にしたところで最後には花が求められる。それが看板ってやつだ。
お前はそんなくだらねえもんのために風間のおやっさんを狙うのか。
そのくだらねえもんのために命張らなきゃいけねえ男もいるんだよ。俺の父親は昔ある代議士の秘書をやっててな、ゆくゆくは政治家になるんじゃねえかって周囲からも期待されていた。だが手柄は全部代議士に持っていかれ、挙句の果てにその代議士の汚職が原因で自殺に追い込まれた。それが能力だけでのし上がろうとした男の限界だった。世の中なんてそんなもんだ。頑張ったことが報われない社会でまっとうに生きるなんてバカバカしい。だから俺は力が全ての裏社会こそ自分を生かせる道だと思った。必死になって金も作った。 親父が欲しがるものは何でもくれてやった。だが極道も政治の世界と同じだったぜ。結局周りの極道が最後にひれ伏すのは金じゃ買えねえ極道の看板だった。
風間のおやっさんは看板だけの男じゃねえ。クソみてえな親の下で堂島組を東上界最大の組織にまで育てた。あんたの父親を死なせた代議士とは違う。
そんなことは分かってる。風間は別格の極道だ。俺には別格と呼ばれるほど看板はねえさ。だがてっぺん取るためにそれが必要ってんならてめえで作るだけのことだ。
おめえはそうやって何でもかんでも計算づくか。男の看板ってのは自分で設計図引いて作るようなもんじゃねえ。後から勝手についてくるもんだ。
何とでも言え。これは俺なりの努力ってやつさ。
その努力が女を撃つことか。橘や織田を殺すことか。てめえの看板が欲しいなら他人の血で書くんじゃねえ。
お前も風間の看板に憧れて極道の世界に入ったんだろ。だが風間も昔は東上界のヒットマンとして何人もやってきた。それこそ伝説になっちまうほどの人数だ。お前が思ってるほどまっとうな男じゃねえ。殻の一坪にしても最初は堂島組のお家騒動だった。そいつに何人もの仇を巻き込んで死なせたのは結局んとこ堂島の親父に弓引いた風間じゃねえか。
何が言いて
あの風間の頭ならいずれ女や橘が危険にさらされることも想定できたはずだ。つまりあの人だっててめえの描いた絵を完成させるために橘たちの犠牲を割り切って使ったんだよ。他人の血をてめえの道具に使うのは極道の坂だ。だから俺もお前の血を看板に使わせてもらう。
It's funny, he hasn't seen throughout the whole game. He hasn't really seemed like the fighting type.
竜背負ってんのはおめえだけじゃねえんだよ。お前を殺し風間を越えてほら堂島の竜になる。
俺はそんな肩書きはいらねえ。だが竜は一匹でいい。
ああ、お前の言う通りだ。
付き合ってやるぜ、そのくだらねえ戦いに。
Yeah, we haven't had our tattoo even coloured in yet, by the way. That's kind of like, it's, you know, that's, it shows how, you know, how newbie of a Yakuza we are. We haven't even, like, you know, it just takes time, obviously, to get a big massive tattoo like that. It takes time, and we haven't even like got round to getting ours coloured in yet. That's how kind of, like, how much of a newbie we are. Here we go. But yeah, he hasn't seemed like the fighting type that much throughout. You know, he seems like he's always felt like the one who kind of, you know, I don't know, he's a bit more business-like and a bit more kind of like, you know, just getting other people to do things on his behalf rather than doing the dirty work himself. But clearly he doesn't mind getting stuck in a bit himself. So yeah, this is the, we've taken out, who have we taken out? We've taken out Kuze. No, I don't mean killed. but we smashed up Kuze. Wano has been killed. Not our fault. All we did was beat him up. We did not kill him. But he is out the picture now. And this is the third and final lieutenant. Whoa. And he has got more health bars than you can shake a stick at. We've just got through purple. So now we're doing blue. Yeah, okay, so underneath blue is green. I'm trying to think. I think it might be green and then orange and then... Or green and then yellow and then orange, I think. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. They always manage to make the kind of the final fights in like really epic places. You know, they're on yachts. They're on yachts or you know, they'll be on a yacht or on like a massive on a rooftop or you know, so they're always in a really cool epic setting. Right, let me get a stool. Wallop! Wait for it. Have some of that Chupa Sour. You want some more? Ooh. He's got heat himself now, that's why he's glowing like us. Oh, table time on the face. Yes, it is yellow after green. And then I'm pretty sure after yellow comes orange. So we're getting there. Slowly. But yeah, you can already see I'm about to use another like health item with Kiryu. I still don't think I used one in the whole time that I was Majima. And I went through it all. 2 boss fights and everything. But, you know, Kiryu is kind of still, I guess, at this point in the kind of timeline, Majima is more experienced. He's a pretty long time kind of Yakuza, whereas we're still, pretty fresh. Even though we are a beast as well, but we're still pretty fresh. Have another one of those. Good job I came prepared. What up? Stamp on him some more. Stamp on him. Right, there we go. Okay. We can at least see his final health bar now. Just about. Oh, chucked her up the stairs. Man. I love these. I love these final fights. I really do. Well up. Stamp. Oh no! I grabbed them because if you grab them, then you can get a. You can do a heat move while you've kind of like got them grabbed like that. But he snuck out of it. Oh! And then he hits me a bit and it knocks my heat back down and I can't do it. Have it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, look at the skyline, by the way, and the city in the background, that bridge. Look at the water. Everything about this game is just gorgeous. I love that kind of that Tokyo skyline. Final health bar, by the way. You look like you're a bit on fire there, dude. You okay? Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, I'm gonna have just a precautionary chug. Can we grab him? Yes, there we go. Grab and heat. Oh. Come on. Nearly there. Dodge out the way. Because if you, I mean, if you dodge out the way, then you can get them in the back, and then they kind of can't. Like, if you hit them from behind, they can't, like, he has their... Basically, if you try and hit them from the front, they'll often have their guard up, and then you either do no damage or hardly anything. If you get them from behind, they can't have their guard up. There we go. Go on, Kiryu! Look at his health. That was a successful QTE, my friend. Oh, that wasn't though, I don't think. Oh. Boom. That was though. Okay, I reckon it. Do you reckon maybe it needs me to get like 2 in a row right or something? I reckon it does. I reckon that's the deal. He's taking a pounder now. Man, the fights in this defeat 50 enemies. Oh, what a 50th enemy I chose to be my 50th one to beat in Dragon style. Perfect.
俺も一つだけ癖から学んだことがある。極道は張り続ける限り負けじゃねえってことだ。お前も風間もそして女も必ず殺してやる。立花のようにな。
Bear in mind, up to this point, obviously Kiryu has beaten up a lot of people, but he's never killed anyone. I think Super Sour knows that. He doesn't think he's got it in him.
その一線越えちまったら戻ってこられなくなる。こいつ殺したとこで何にもならねえだろうが。お前勝手に先は死んじゃねえよ。兄弟踏みとどまれ。いつか最後の一線を越えなきゃならねえ時が来たら、そん時は俺も一緒に越えてやる。だから錦、
Look at the carnage, man. We're nearing the end now, by the way.
そいつらを殺すのか、真島。
当たり前や。 こいつらがおる限りあの子はいつまでも狙われるんや。全部しまいにするにはここで殺すしかないやろが。殺すんや。俺がこいつらを誠の代わりに。
彼女がそれを知ったら苦しむだろうな。
何？
感謝するかもしれん、謝るかもしれん。だがいずれ彼女は必ず苦しむ。冴島大河が18人殺した罪を背負った時のお前と同じ苦しみを味わうことになる。彼女は自分の手がきれいなままなのはお前が代わりに手を汚したおかげだとそう気づく。自分のために人殺しになった者に償う方法はこの世にない。お前はあの娘に償いきれない貸しを作る気か。
He's a wise man, Sarah.
クソボケが！せやったら俺はどないしたらいいんや。こいつら殺してもあの子を救うことにならん言うんやったらどないせっちゅんじゃ。
もう終わったんだ真島。牧村誠は意識を取り戻した。今風間組の柏木たちが病院に移送してる。
誠が意識を？
何言ってる？女が生きているのか？
He didn't even know, did he?
バカな。それじゃあ殻の一粒はあの土地はどうなった？
堂島さん、殻の一粒はもう彼女の手を離れました。うちが新しい土地の所有者です。1000億も出してもらえりゃあなたに売っても構いませんがね。
何？
堂島組の時代は終わったってことです。カムロ町再開発の莫大な利権は殻の一粒を持つ人間にしか動かせん。これで堂島組一強だった東上界の勢力図は大きく書き換わる。
くだらん話はええ。あんたは俺にこいつらを殺すな言うんか。
その殺し屋は堂島の命令で何人も殺してきた。堂島の急所を握る生き証人だ。警察にもその情報は流しておいた。
そしたら殺に突き出すだけで済ませろっちゅうんか。
俺はそこまで甘くはない。その殺し屋の身柄は日教連で隠し持つ。東上界最強と言われる堂島組をこの俺が裏から操る切り札としてな。それにその殺し屋はここで楽に殺すより死ぬまで例の穴蔵にでも閉じ込める方がいいだろう。よくこらえたな真島。牧村誠にとって堂島組はもう脅威じゃない。お前が彼女を救った。
よう言うわあんたも。俺を栄養に利用したっちゅうわけか。島野の親父と同じように。
ここに来たらたまたまお前が一人で堂島組を潰してたってことだ。俺にそんなこと想像できるわけがない。 真島、まだ片付いてないことがある。お前の親父島野に一つ伝言を頼めるか。お前が奴に登場会を裏切ったけじめをつけさせろ。
何やと。
Oh. So yeah, the DOJIMA family were just ultimately too big. Too much power in the JoJo clan.
会いに来たのか。
親父おるんやろ。
And that's all.
話があるんや。
兄弟は今近江連合の本部長と話してる。
近江の本部長。
近江連合の東京進出の段取りを打ち合わせにな。
残念やったな。殻の一粒は日教連の手に渡ったで。もうあんたらの付け入る隙はなくなったっちゅうことや。
そっか。じゃあお前が島野を殺せば全部終わるってことか。なあ。
It's been sent to pass the message.
楽しかったよな。なんだかんだ言って俺ら。それが目の見えねえ小娘に振り回されてこんなとこまで来ちまった。面白いな、巡り合わせってのは。
真島。
親父、日教連の世良から伝言を預かってきました。
ほう。
登場会内部に関西と通じてる裏切り者がおるそうです。殻の一粒を近江連合に売ろうとしたその人間を島の組で突き止めてほしいと。
そんな話ようのこのこ言いに来たな、真島。
世良は親父に身の潔白を証明してほしいと言うてます。
おもろいやないか。
せやけど俺は何があっても親父の子ですわ。
せやったらお前わしの身代わりになって死ぬこともできるな。
ええ。ただ一つだけお願いがあります。冴島の兄弟に俺が謝っていたと伝えてください。
これがわしの答えや。世良に言うとけ。殻の一坪も近江の本部長もわしには何の関わりもない。
親父。
お前に一つ教えといたる。ただのし上がりたいだけやったら目先のことだけ考えとったらええ。せやけどてっぺん取る気なんやったら勝ち方を考えなあかん。
三日天下やないほんまの天下の取り方をな。風間と日教連の時代は長くは続かん。10年後は島の組が天下取ってるはずや。真島五郎中最強の武器が手に入ったんやからの。可愛い子には旅をさせろっちゅうのはよう言うたもんやなあ、真島。
So Majima's a family man again, back with the Shimano family, and just like that, Shimano just flipped. He was literally about to make a deal with the Omi Alliance, and just like that, bam, shoots him, and he's back.
災難だったな、堂島。阿波の菓子に久世と渋沢も殺にパクられた。風間が無所から戻ったところで、今の堂島組はカムロ町の再開発どころじゃねえってことか。
会長代行にはご心配をおかけしております。
気にすることはねえ。それより俺からもこの場にいる全員に一つ伝えておくことがある。承知の通り先代が亡くなって以来登場会は俺が二代目代行としてこの椅子に座った。同時に長らく本家若頭の座は空白だったが、この堂島からも強く押されてな、空席を埋めることにした。日教連の世良総裁を登場会本家若頭に指名する。後見人は堂島だ。他直系組長からも多くの指示があった。
That was supposed to be Dojima's
世良に
job.
は本家若頭として引き続き堂島が手放したカムロ町再開発計画の面倒を見てもらう。そろそろ俺の出る幕もしまいだな。
Dojima worked so hard to be the captain, but he screwed it up. Sera got the empty lot, and that was it. Sera is the next captain. Finally got a chance to visit our dad in prison.
よく来たな。すまなかった。苦労をかけたな。
今日はおやすさんに報告したいことがあって来ました。多分おやすさんは俺の言うことに反対します。それでも俺は
そうか。
おやすさんには俺がこれから言うことわかるんですね。
ああ。だができるのか、カズマ。
覚悟はできてます。
Just tying up all the loose ends now. There are some serious loose ends to be tied.
おい桐生、お前どういうことなんだ。
ちょっと錦山くん、急に大声出さないでよ。
お前堂島組に復帰したってマジか。
え？
今日風間のおやさんの面会に行ってきたんだろ。復帰のことも話したのか。
さっき風間のおやさんにはこのまま仇に戻れって言われた。おやさんは俺が極道には向いてねってよ。あの人が俺を橘に預けたのは極道から足を洗わせるためでもあったんだ。
それでもお前は組に戻るってのか。でもよ、ならせめて戻る先は風間組にすりゃいいじゃねえか。あんだけやらかした堂島組に復帰したら苦労すんのは目に見えてんじゃねえか。もう一回考え直せよ。
いや、それが俺がするべき最初のけじめだって思ったんだ。
え？
俺はあの一件でたくさんの人間のけじめってのを見せつけられた。正直すげえって思った。極道だけじゃねえ、仇だってマジで俺なんかまだまだだなって思い知らされた。
そっか。でも俺もお前もまだ何が足んねえんだろうな。
わかんねえけど逃げちゃダメってことかな。逃げずに頑張って、そして残った道がそいつのやるべきことっていうか、奴ら皆そうしてたんじゃないかな。
でそいつを見つめるための堂島組復帰ってことか。
ああ、今の俺にできるけじめのつけ方はそれしか浮かばねえ。でもなんとか踏ん張って俺は俺の極道を行くさ。風間のおやっさんとは違う俺だけの極道ってのをな。
あれ？お前いつもの一丁羅は？
ああ、この前これ見かけてさ気に入ったんだ。
おいおい、真っ白の方が良かったって。バリッとしててさ。それにそんなスーツ今時どうなんだよ。しかもお前らしくないんじゃねえか？
らしくねえか。でもらしさってのは自分で決めるもんだろ。
あのなあ、けじめ取るために復帰する組を選ぶのはまだわかるけど、スーツくらい人の意見聞いたってバチは当たらねえぞ。
いや、俺はこれがいい。
いやいや、じゃあさ、まだ黒でビシッと決めた方が。
白も黒も気分じゃねえ。今の俺はこれがいいんだ。俺が決めたこれで始めたいんだ。
分かったよ、知るか。じゃあ一生来てろ。
ありがとうよ。
なんだよ急に。勝手に大人ぶりやがってよ。
錦、俺お前にとんでもねえ借りをいっぱい作っちまった。
なんだよ急に。
一生かかってでもこの恩は返すぜ。
何言ってんだお前。そうか。じゃあ飯でも食いに行こうぜ。お前のおごりで。
おう。
カムロ町で一番いい肉食わせるとこで。
でもよ。
どうした？
今日はあんまり持ち合わせが。
てめえ。ほら行くぞ。いいな。
And he does exactly that. Wears the suit for the rest of his life. That is the iconic Kiryu suit. And this is what Majima looks like in 1/6. This is the real Majima.
グランドで働いてた頃の控えめさはどこ行ったんだ。
ほっとけや。俺は決めたんや。何が正しくて何が悪いかわからんこの町で、誰よりも楽しく、誰よりも狂った生き方したるってな。
はあ、お前はもっと地味な男だと思っていたが、まあそれも悪くねえ。まあお前とは妙な体験しちまったが、これからは同業として陰ながら応援すんぜ。関西で暴れたい時は連絡よこせ。
そんなもんいらん。できることならもうあんたとは死ぬまで会わんでいたいもんや。
確かにな。まあお互い敵も多い意味だ。せいぜい死なないように頑張ろうぜ。
あんたは死んでも死なんやろ。
そうだな。
ほなまたな。大きにやで佐賀。
は？何言ってんだお前。
あんたは何があっても諦めへん執着心の塊のような男や。あんたには諦めんことの重要さを教わったわ。俺も執着するで。真島五郎っちゅう男の生き方に。
好きにしろ。あの世で待ってるぜ、真島ちゃん。はあ、ずいぶん早いお迎えだね。さあ、俺も行くか。なあ。
Oh man, that is as weird as it sounds, because Sagawa was never a terribly nice character. It's one of the saddest deaths of the series, of the game, I think. We'll talk about that in a second.
女の子だから得できるいい仕事いっぱい紹介するよ。
しつこいです。いい加減にして。
そうカリカリしなさんなって。そうそう。お茶でも飲みながらさ。さあさあ。
やめて。
あんたちょっとやりすぎじゃねえか。こりゃ障害っつんだぜ。落とし前つけてもらわねえとな。
話なら聞く。その代わり私一人で。
面白い。よしお前は行け。
待ってて、すぐに助け呼んでくるから。
あんた根性あるじゃねえか。気に入っちまったぜ。話はホテルで手取り足取りじっくり聞いてもらいてえな。この甘下手に出てりゃ息になりやがって。兄貴。
なんです？
どうです？こいついい女でしょ。楽しませてもらってからビデオに撮りゃいい金になりますよ。そうだ、兄貴もお時間あればご一緒に。姉ちゃん、遊びはここまでだ。この人誰だと思ってんだ？あ？天下のマジ。え？
君はここに。
先生、でも。
He couldn't let the guy say his name.
あんた、誠さんに何する気だ？
あ、違うんです。
今すぐ彼女から離れろ。
違うの、この人を助けてくれて。
お前の女か？
いや、彼女は私の患者だ。
なんや先生って、医者かいな。惚れとんのか？
何？
どうなんや？
何よ急に。
そのげんこつがそう言うとる。でも男が一旦げんこつこしらえたらそのけじめは取るもんや。どうなんや先生。
お前、彼女に指一本でも触れたら。
喧嘩なら相手が悪いで。あんた人殴ったらあかん。それにけじめのつけ方は喧嘩だけやない。けじめつけてくれや、俺のためにも。
あんたの？
ええからさっさと答えんかい。
彼女はああ見えてついこの間までずっと目が見えなかった。だから彼女にはまだ周囲に慣れる時間が必要で。
で、どないやねん。 惚れとらんのか。
愛している。医者としてではなく一人の男として。
俺は嘘が大嫌いやで。
嘘じゃない。彼女に話したことさえないが。
ならはよ言うてやらんかい。でそばでちゃんと見とけや。しっかりせえ。
大丈夫でしたか？何かされたんじゃ。
何も、全然平気です。
そうか、よかった。あの人悲しそうな目をしてたな。でも先生、あの人と何を話してたんですか？
いや、そうだ、今から少し話する時間ないかな。
はい。
That's the end. Heartbreaking. So he couldn't let those guys say his name because obviously Makoto knows the name Najima. But the whole time she knew Majima, she was blind. So he kind of came to her rescue, and he knew it was her, obviously. But she never knew that it was him. She's never seen Majima, and it's just heartbreaking. Like he has to kind of cut, as much as he loves her, he has to kind of cut her out of his life because he doesn't want to bring her into the, obviously if he gets involved with her, she's going to be, he's in the world of the Yakuza. It's only going to mean, trouble for her. So he's let her go. But it's so sad. And the death of Sagawa, it's a weird one, like, because obviously he wasn't that much of a nice guy throughout it, but again, it's one of those moments where I think the writers do an incredible job of like just toying with your emotions. And I think like most people are going to dislike him throughout the whole game, and then I think in that 2-minute clip, it's that 2-minute scene where him and Majima say farewell to each other, and they, and you realize, he's not that bad a guy, he's all in all, maybe he's not so bad. And then just as they make you start to like someone, they snatch them away from you, and they do that. I mean, they did it with Awano. They do it with the crazy guy in the prison, and they do it throughout the series. They have a crazy way of like, oh, hang on. Dojima family patriarch Sohei Dojima became guardian of the third Tojo clan, Chairman Sera, but soon falls from grace. His captain Shintaro Kazama assumes de facto control of the family, leaving Dojima to languish in his glorious past. On a stormy night in 1995, a gunshot rings out from the Dojima family office that will change the Tojo clan history. Following Takashi Nihara's retirement, Nikko Consortium President Masaru Sera rises to the Tojo clan chairman. There, he enjoys a long and stable reign over Eastern Japan's Yakuza. His political connections earn a great deal of money for the Tojo clan coffers, but in 2005, his actions send the clan into another chaotic upheaval. Futoshi Shimano and the Shimano family become a pillar of the Tojo clan in the wake of Sohei Dojima's decline. Shimano continues to form alliances, including those with the Omni Alliance of Kansai and the Snakeflower Triad. In 2005, as the clan is thrown into turmoil, Shimano steps from the shadows in a new gambit to rise to the top. Dojima family captain Shintaro Kazama becomes a stalwart ally of 3rd Captain Chairman Serra with significant influence in the clan. In 95, as events begin to shake the foundation of the Tojo clan, Kazama rises to direct patriarch. In this position of power, Kazama begins to guide the Tojo clan's fate with all the finesse of the legendary tactician that he is. Akira Nishikiyama's role in the empty lot incident earns him standing, and he climbs the Dojima ranks with Kiryu. Sworn brothers since their days at Sunflower Orphanage, he stays Kiryu's confidant, but 1995 is a dark year. In the events that follow, while Kiryu serves time in jail, Nishikiyama becomes a changed man. His ambition to climb the ranks of the Tojo clan. Under the aegis of Sierra and Tojo clan, the area around the empty lot underwent a dramatic revitalization. Today, a new emblem of Kamurocho stands proudly atop that storied lot, the Millennium Tower. Goro Majima even rejoins the Shimano family as its captain, where his ferocity earns him the title Mad Dog of Shimano. Feared and uncontrollable, his legends rival those of the Dragon of Dojima. Majima continues to play a wildcard role in the events that shape the Yakuza. Alongside his sworn brother Taiga Sojima, he eventually becomes an unpredictable pillar of the Tojo clan. Kazuma Kiryu rises to lieutenant advisor of the Dojima family, known and feared as the Dragon of Dojima. In December of 95, an incident that will change his life forever occurs, and Kiryu serves 10 years in prison. In one massive struggle after another, Kazuma Kiryu is drawn back into the raging conflicts of the Yakuza. His current whereabouts are unknown. Ah, man, it's so good. I hope if I've just made one viewer love this game and love the series and maybe try it for themselves, then I'm happy. The things that it makes reference to there, Kiryu going to prison, that is essentially where Yakuza 1 is going to start. So I won't say any more than that. If you want to kind of, if you want to check out number 1, play it yourself or watch the cutscenes or whatever, go ahead. I recommend play it yourself because it's amazing. But yeah, this is a massive long series, and it's just so good. If you enjoy this, then you will enjoy the rest. I am certain of that. Yeah, it's such a good game. Thank you everyone who's enjoyed watching it. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you maybe intend to play some, or maybe even just watch the rest. And there is one more post credits cutscene I will definitely not miss. Right, here we go. One last scene. Koto back, where her brother sadly died in Kiryu's arms.
全部終わったよ。もうだからゆっくり休んでね、お兄ちゃん。私ね、たくさんの人に助けられた。リーさんや桐生さん、世良さん、本当にたくさん。でも一人だけまだお礼を言えていない人がいるの。ずっと一緒にいたのにその人の名前も知らない。顔だっておぼろげにしか見てない。ほんとダメだよね、私って。お兄ちゃんがこんなこと言われても困っちゃうか。ごめん。 私の。ありがとう。ありがとう。
The watch that was so precious to her, and she was given it by. It was so precious to her because she'd been given it by Tachibana, and Majima had it, and it was broken. She couldn't get it repaired. And Majima got it repaired for her. Made sure she got it back. And that's her last thing that she had from Tachibana. Finally they meet.
Yo. Kiryu-chan!
And that is the real end. Amazing 10 out of 10 game. I always used to say that the best Sega franchise ever was Shenmue. Definitely not. Not anymore. It's Yakuza by a mile. It is amazing. I only played this game for the very first time when I got it for Christmas, just gone. So like 10 months ago was the first time I played it. And since then I've played through 1 to 6. And now I've played this again. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. One of my all-time favourite games. Play it if you can. Watch it if you can't. Leave a thumbs up. I will see you all very soon. Goodbye. And final showdown with Super Sour. Fuck it. That wasn't... Nah, I'm not happy with that.